In today's video, we're doing episode 29 of the Noob to Godly series. Today we are in Yokai Peak Nightmare, and we're gonna get straight into it. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the daily right here. Yeah, I'm gonna get it with Palladium. I'll go ahead and get this here. We're gonna get all the potions, and we're gonna get all the loot. Since it's gonna be our first entering, we're gonna see exactly what we get. If we get lucky, maybe we can get the legendary even before we get it. But right here I got the ability for warrior already, and let's go ahead and see what we get for the other loots. For the 5 loot, we got 5 here. We got Rift Beam. Oh, there's the mage ability already, and we have one little effect left right here, which is going to be 5-minute health boost, and the most important one, the 6-minute or the 6th loot one here, and we get ourselves a total of the Shinshin Mage Cloak and nothing really much else. So let's go ahead and start with boss raids. Alright, I think this is our first time doing a level 180 of boss raid. So we're just going to immediately start here and start blasting. And now we do a ton of damage. Well, since we're level 205 doing a level 80 boss raid. But doing a level 200 version of this is straight up asking to fail. And we want to make sure to get that new dungeon loot, because that new dungeon loot can be extremely useful for us. And there we go, down it goes. And I got a purple Akurama. Just kidding, it's gray. I tricked one of my teammates. Alright, so here's what we got for the second boss raid. Unfortunately, we did have a high level sneak in. And here's what I got in my third boss raid. And we're here, our first Yokai Peak Nightmare. Here we go. Immediately mobs are going to spawn. I'm going to start using my Rift Beam right here to start lasering them down. So I don't really like using Rift Beam for my for the mobs, because it seems like it's just not enough range. So I'm actually just going to switch spells even in the middle of this run and stick to this Chain Storm unless we're at the bosses. Honestly, it just makes it a lot easier. Now, it does take us a while to make sure to get rid of these mobs, because this thing has more HP than the level 180 boss raid. So, let's go ahead and go until we reach the first boss. And we are here. We are at Tatsu now. Now, we're just going to begin with it immediately. And I just realized that I do not even have my own Rift Beam, which I'm going to go ahead and equip right here, right now. And now I'm going to start blasting. Blast that Rift Beam straight through. Even though damage improvement actually isn't that much, we gotta do it because it's our first dungeon and we gotta make sure we pull out with a victory. And there you have it. We have just done it. We have completed Tatsu. That took us like 3-4 minutes. This boss or this dungeon itself is extremely time consuming. So the question will be, will we even be able to defeat this dungeon in time? Yes, we're gonna have to find out. So let's go ahead and go to the second boss. Alright, we're here at the second boss with 8 minutes and 45 seconds. What on earth is the boss doing? The boss is spinning. It became a helicopter. It is not Sangor the Bloodthirsty. It is Sangor the helicopter. Come that with its new name. That sounds like a new great name. But honestly, we're down to 8 minutes and 30 seconds and we still haven't been able to beat it. Even though I have the second best weapon in the game besides Legendary. And it's nearly maxed out, which is actually crazy. The amount of HP here is kind of insane, because even after the dungeon nerfs, the only dungeon that was made harder instead of easier at this was Yokai Peak itself. So honestly, this can be pretty difficult for newer players just arriving here. Let's see how long we take until we finish this boss. Immediately, my screen is spinning like a helicopter, and we have beaten Sangor with 7 minutes left on the clock. Honestly, we're gonna see how much clock time we have left by the time we reach the third boss, since these mobs aren't difficult, but they just take a lot of time and attacks. Alright, we're here at the third boss with 3 minutes and a half. Honestly, hope is low, but we're still going to try anyways to be able to try to beat this final boss. And so Yokai Peak is the only boss with 4 dungeons that you have to do. So that honestly makes the dungeon a little bit harder in itself. But Honestly, the issue with the dungeon itself, it's being very time consuming. I have not died throughout the dungeon at all, so I could probably do hardcore difficulty. But the issue is right here is that we don't do enough damage. Even though the fact that we've done boss raids to get better loot, we don't do enough damage to be able to burst this. So we're going to see how much HP or how much time we have left by the time we finish the boss or the timer runs out. 30 seconds left right here, and it seems just halfway. Oh man. No, this seems like if it's not pure perfection, which is a lot to demand on the first dungeon, it will result in a failure. And this is including with one of the other weapons, which is just quite unfortunate. Which we would need more damage makers, but unfortunately we do not have that. And that is game over. How unfortunate. But there it is. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it, and it requires next to perfection. But what do you do if you're stuck on a dungeon? Well, simple. You collect dailies through multiples of days or even do the boss raids. And we're going to do this for 1 week. But for you, that'll be right in 3, 2, 1. And there we go. It's been 1 full week, but for you it's been a few seconds. And we have gotten super improved sets for getting the dailies and the boss raids for an entire week. For example, Armando's set is a pretty nice Shenshin Guardian set. For IQ's set, it's nearly a full purple Shenshin set, and for me, it's a full blue, which is honestly a massive improvement and even a better set I can get once I reach level 206. So if we can't beat Yokai Peak Nightmare now, I don't know what will. Alright, we are here in our first try of Yokai Peak after trying it for a while, and it seems we're actually doing a bit of decent damage towards this, and it might be a 2 cycle right here, or a 3 cycle, but it's a big improvement from last time, which is something I'll definitely take. Though, I don't know if we'll have enough time to be able to reach the final boss and beat it, but I guess we're going to have to find out. Let's see how much time we'll have by the end of the first boss. Alright, we have finished it. We have gotten the third boss down with 4 minutes and 31 seconds. That means we are likely going to win. Hopefully, I get a legendary. But that's hoping too much. Now we're going to go here and keep on damaging it, and we're going to see once it's already on low HP or how much damage we do on it in 1 minute. It seems like we're going to finish this after it became an airplane once again, and we finished the boss right here since it seems right there. There we go. Awesome. I didn't get any good loot, none the amazing loot, but we are able to beat it, which is amazing. Alright, now that we managed to beat this Yokai Peak, finally, let's speed things up a little bit. Here we go.